Okay, so I want to talk about how we can maybe. I'm going to talk about how to use something called a display mode. But the basic idea is, let's say I want to write this derivative formula, but I don't want to write it kind of in line in the text here. I want to have it be on its own line, kind of separated from the other text, centered horizontally, like you normally see a formula centered in a book like that. So to do that, there's several different ways you can look. I'm not even going to mention what's on the overleaf page. I'll let you look in the overleaf page for the display mode stuff. But I'm going to use the align environment. And this is in a package called AMS Math. AMS Math is one of the most extensive packages, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in it. So in case you can't hear what I'm saying or understand, that's AMS MATH. Okay, so it's called the align environment, and I want to just do the derivative or the definition of a derivative. So the definition of derivative is, okay, begin align. And now when I press enter, it's going to end it for me. And now I'm just going to write whatever the thing is that I want to write here. So it's going to be f prime of c. And you don't have to, but I prefer to put equals on a new line, and you'll see why in just a second. Limit h goes to 0. F of c plus h minus f of c over h. I'm going to put a period there, recompile it, and we're going to see it's going to look a little bit better than we had before. Okay, and so now we have everything. We have this formula set off by itself. Notice it also gives it a number. I'm going to mention that either in this video or the next video. I don't know how long this one is going to be. So notice over here we have f prime of c is equal. Now we have the Leibniz notation thing. If I want to add that here, there's one of two things. I can do I could do something like this, and let me recompile it. But let's say I want to split this up into 3 lines. So if I want to go to a new line, if I want to start this at a new line, I do double backslash. And I'm going to do double backslash there as well, and recompile it, and let's see what happens. Now notice this this does not look good at all. Oh, sorry, I don't want this to be on a new line. Now notice this does not look how we want it to look. The equal signs are not lined up. So the align environment lets you use what are called tab characters. These are ampersands. I'm going to put an ampersand here and an ampersand here. And what's going to happen, this is going to tell LaTeX that these two equal signs should be aligned. So when I recompile, I'm going to get something like this. And now it looks a little bit better. Okay, so now let me go back to where I just had everything on one line. Like this. Recompile it. And let's say I want to reference this equation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to label the equation. I'm going to do label. And I'm going to put something here. So I'm just going to put, it doesn't have to be anything that makes sense, though obviously if you're reading the code, it would make sense if it made sense. But I'm just going to put something silly, just GTI. That means absolutely nothing. And now, as, if I want to refer to it, I can do as EQREF GTI says, and then I can write whatever I want to here. And if I recompile it, notice what happens. It has equation 1 labeled there and 1 there. So it says as 1 says, meaning referring back to that equation. Okay, that's how you can refer to other equations. Now let's say that I don't really anticipate that I'm ever going to need to refer back to this equation, so I don't want to give it a number. If I want to have the align environment but no number, I'm just going to do align with an asterisk there, and I need to make that an asterisk. And when I recompile this, that 1 is going to go away. Okay, and there you have it.